How can I help you?
I'm sorry, what did I call?
Arlington Life Shelter.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can I have your name?
My name is Kenneth. How can I help you?
Yes, how do you get in your shelter?
So, our intake process runs from 2 to 4 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. We do suggest calling between 10:30 and 11:30 on those days to make sure there's space available.
Okay, I came and got an Uber there. They told me to come, and then when I came and got an Uber because I had trouble using transit, and I paid for Uber. And then they said they threatened the police when I got there. They said it's first come, first serve. So I got there at 12. So I can make sure
Okay,
that I was there at 2. They premeditate my entrance and came out to meet me at 12 o'clock. And then threaten the
okay.
police because I wanted shelter. It's a pattern that I've had to endure. So I made a complaint, and then they were supposed to be calling me back, and it never happened. So if you indeed is that typical? If you have to be there from 2 to 4, how are you going to be there at 2 to 4 if they're threatening the police? If it's first come first serve, and you tell people to come at 2, then how is that possible if you can't be there at 2?
I'm not sure what happened, ma'am. I don't have any idea what happened when you came up to the shelter, so I couldn't speak to the specifics.
Okay, well, I just wanted to know. Like I said, I got an Uber. Would that be misconduct? Are you supposed to get in line at 2, and then they go accordingly to how many spaces they have? Or if you do shelter intake 2 to 4, I'm not quite certain if you're refusing to do it on certain days. How is it possible to do shelter intake from 2 to 4? Because multiple different shelters have treated me like this, making it impossible for me to get shelter.
So if we don't do intakes on a specific day, that's because we're already full. That's the only additional information I can think of that might be relevant. I would suggest calling back Monday through Friday to try to speak to like the operations manager.
So you do shelter intake from 2 to 4 on certain days, and some you don't. Is that correct?
We say that we do it Monday through Friday if space is available. That's why we suggest calling between 10:30 and 11:30 to make sure there's space.
I did call, and she said be there at 2, and then when I got there at 12 to make sure, to ensure, because my life is really peculiar. Then the police was threatened. I recorded it, but I had to delete the videos because I'm sure people didn't understand, wouldn't believe me. So they demanded that I leave my information and then leave the property, and then they called me back regarding my reports of the mistreatment. So, but no one ever called me back.
Okay, I'm sorry no one called you back. Like I said, what I would suggest is calling back at least like tomorrow when the case managers and operational staff will be here and you can speak to one of them.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
I'm trying to prove that my shelter is controlled. So, July 31st, they demanded that, suspended me banned me from all properties for recording abuse at PNS Shelter in Fort Worth. I fled to Denton, trying to get a start. Sorry. So I went to Our Daily Bread. Our Daily Bread slandered me and terrorized me at the shelter. That's a video diary of me being terrorized. Then I laughed. Security immediately came in there and said that this video was on the inside, a blatant lie. You can see grass. That's not obviously not on the inside. But hey, who's investigating these people? Police come, antagonize, violate, use intimidation tactics, put his hand on his gun, and talk to me like that, bullied me and mistreated me. Then I went to Arlington. Okay, and this I deleted it because I didn't think it was realistic. I reported to Arlington police after I left the shelter, and they threatened the police. They denied me access to shelter in a scam that I believe the police department was behind. So the police department bullied me and mistreated me. That truck had been there the whole time. Stalking is a felony. So then after that, I told since I knew that I was blacklisted from all shelters, location to location, mistreated me, and I knew it wasn't safe for me to be on outside. So I told her I was having a mental crisis. The police left and didn't care. So then I went to McDonald's and said I was in a mental crisis. Got violated at Millwood. That's where I met Jonathan. August 7th, Jonathan had me go to Salvation Army in Fort Worth. They denied me shelter. Someone initiated the conversation with me, then cursed me out. Bus driver started an argument. I ran into Stewart. Stewart threatened my arrest for reporting abuse that I experienced on DART. I went to a restaurant. The restaurant was pretty much empty, but they told me I couldn't sit in these seats because someone had them reserved. This is the video diary of Millwood. I had fled back to Dallas to see if I can get anything resolved in Dallas. Tried to speak with a victim's advocate. That didn't work out. Calling shelters to get nowhere. Trying to get in a safe place. Got me nowhere. Went to the marshals. Got nowhere with that. Got assaulted. Now, this is what made me realize it just wasn't safe. Right here. Yeah. The bus, I was trying to go to the hotel, and multiple different buses lied and got me off the bus and went the wrong direction, knowing that you wouldn't believe my story. So this particular bus, I was able to board it, and then it was going to go to the hotel my hotel that I had already had a room booked at. They already knew. So she said after it turned into the bus I needed. She lied and said she was going out of service. Then when she found out I was recording, she's blatantly lying. I have to get off the bus. How do I get to Harry Hines? You guys need your charges. You have to go where? It's the 378 bus I need. What do you mean go catch another bus? I'm the only one on the bus that's repeatedly keeping. So they play games whenever I have my luggage to get me off the bus and have me go back and forth knowing you never believe it. What do you mean your route is over and I'm on your bus? Are you denying me the right to catch the 378? Tell me how I can catch it?
Yeah, you got to go there.
How? And this is a where you catch the 378?
No, but what I'm trying to explain to you is that my route.
Okay, so she's supposed to go on the other bus stop.
They go to the garage.
But she wants me to get off the bus with my bags, knowing you wouldn't believe the story.
378 without getting violated.
This is what you parked at a spot that's not for the 378.
Because these other buses coming, man.
Mind games.
Tell me how to proceed.
Okay.
What I need to do.
Okay, you're starting an argument because I want to know how to catch the 378, the bus that I'm on.
I'm telling you how. You go there to the bus
So why don't you take me to the 378 bus stop since I'm on?
Sit right here. I'm done.
Well, what do you mean I got to go to the other side if this is a 378 bus stop?
Oh my God.
Where do you want me to walk? Are you guys scheming to keep me from getting... So she's scamming that she's calling the police. You're blaming me because you don't want me to know how to catch the bus? They don't want the police department's behind this. This is why so many parties threaten the police. Year after year, no one's on here. You were driving reckless, and you always want to call the police to enforce crimes. You don't want me to know where to catch the 378 since you're going out of service while I'm riding it? I've been outside a long time with you guys playing games year after year. I looked like 6 buses were playing games, and I finally was able to catch this control bus. They just go right past me, put on our garage. The police department is enforcing. I get treated like this, knowing you'd never believe it. So the police is trying to scam a criminal trespass anyway. So I'll fast forward it. Look what happens when she realizes I'm recording her. She don't know that I was recording her. Everything's removed. They're so crooked. I can't call the police. Oh, wait a minute. It's already... There's glass from my phone. Don't tell me where to catch the 378. She's calling the police on me.
Don't take my picture.
I want to... You broke my phone.
This lady is on my road. She's very outraged. She on here.
She broke my phone.
And she's, I don't know what she's doing. She don't do.
There's glass from my phone. Right here. They do any and everything they want. So the police, they tell their conspirators to threaten the police to enforce crimes. Where to catch the 378 since you're going out.
Don't
That's assault.
I
want to. You broke my phone. And I just had to sit and repeatedly being treated like that, enforced by the government. Calling the police on me repeatedly over and over to enforce crimes. I'm terrified, and I can't use public transportation.
Don't take my picture.
I want to. You broke my phone. It was a new phone. She broke my phone. There's glass from my phone. Right here. So she breaks my phone, but she's still at work. So she tells me to get off the bus. And then she goes to the bus stop that she was supposed to go to. She wants me to struggle with my bags. They've done this years, knowing you never believe it. Someone is sadistic running the government, and they want me to get off the bus and have to struggle with all these bags being homeless.
I have to keep recording because they'll leave.
So I don't know it's her. You know, she typically, when you assault someone, you should be trying to get away from the scene. But no, she has to be at this bus stop because the whole objective is so that I can't use transit, knowing you never believe it. That the government would control public transportation for me in Dallas. Year after year. Her assault is a crime, and that's a termination what you just witnessed, but the government is enforcing. So this is the same lady. This is where she was supposed to park.
This is the one that broke my phone. She lied and said she was going out of service.
So she's leaving because she's still at work, but she don't want me recording the fact that she lied about transit. They don't need evidence. So this was going to my hotel. But public transportation is controlled, so I get on this bus, and then they're playing games. I just had to catch an Uber with a bus pass.
I can't sue him. Can't get an attorney because
I had a bus pass and could not catch the bus and had to pay for an Uber. So I'm at a bus stop. They put garage on it. I'm at the bus several hours. I just deleted all the videos and couldn't catch the bus, and I had to get a lift again. The government was telling all the buses that came in this direction, I think it was like 4, to put garage. I waited like 3 or 4 hours. It rained, and I could not catch the bus. I knew that it wasn't safe for me to be in Dallas. I had to leave. And I reported what happened with the bus driver to the police multiple different times. That was that assault. She damaged my phone. They didn't care and would not investigate it. That's a report to the police that wasn't investigated of what DART staff did. I could not get in a safe environment, period. So I said that I had another mental crisis.
The YouTube channel?
I said that I was a mental crisis to get off the streets because it wasn't safe for me going through all this, catching the bus, and bus drivers allowed to assault me, other parties, and all the madness that I went through, setups and all that. So they released me in corruption the very next day. I tried to say I was a drug addict to try to get in a rehab. That didn't work. They scammed to put me out of a rehab, Nexus. Then I tried to say I was having a mental crisis again. I was removed by law enforcement, and I had medical needs, and all of it was denied. I'm on a bench, getting violated. They wouldn't let me be on a bench either in corruption.
Why the buses? How do we exit?
This is one of the people have been there years, but when I'm there, they have to clear it out environment.
How can we possibly exit if we can't use transit?
Immediately, there was a last train. It wasn't even time for the last train to come, but even before time, they want me to leave the property. I was being illegally monitored, and then they just shut down trains on my route. It was so terrifying because I'd wait for a train, and then it glitched, and then they say the trains wouldn't come, and then I would be trapped and railroaded to go in controlled environments. I couldn't make decisions. The transit was being controlled under the radar, knowing you never believe it. So Nexus, as a scam, demands that I go get treatment at Parkland Hospital. Then I was violated at Parkland Hospital for trying to get the treatment. Then I try to get the rehab treatment for being a drug addict when I wasn't, but I'm not getting law enforcement. As you can see, if DART drivers are allowed to assault me and I can't use transit, that's not safe. That puts my safety at risk. So nonetheless, Nexus was informed to deny me mental health treatment for addiction. They said that I was mentally ill and they couldn't give it to me. That was their alibi. So this is a patient advocate for how I was being violated at Millwood.
Right here, I've been uploading this about.
So I went to a whole row of hotels. So this hotel, they put me out in corruption. The hotel.
You not? Hello. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of something important, sir. I told you I'm a government witness.
He's
You
saying
have an
leave or
issue
we'll
that's
call the
come to
police.
your attention? What's the issue? Now I'm in the middle. I'm fleeing for my life right now. I'm kind of busy.
So the police would have these locations if they didn't like what was going on in my phone with
You
my
have to ask me
phone.
to leave hotel after I booked and paid for a room? The same party that kept coming back and forth?
So the police enlist hotels whenever I'm trying to incriminate someone or flee. They enlist the people in the hotel to come put me out of the hotels. The police department used to come on their own, but since they started racking up charges for themselves and it incriminated the police department, they let civilians take the fall for their crimes. So I got put out of this hotel. So I went to this hotel. The police came and put me out and then said my son's name to try to intimidate me and cause fear. Do you have a son? Does your son know about this? Victoria Police did the same thing. So I left that hotel after being removed from that hotel. The police came to this hotel. Okay. So I left that hotel because of the police and their crimes. Went to another hotel, all of us in a hotel row. And they can't stand for me to be in environments like that because if they want us, they want me to be in distress and they want me to have to catch the bus and be inconvenienced. They don't want it to be easy. So they do not like it when it's a lot of restaurants in a row.
Cancel your reservation. I have received complaints that you are video recording our employees over here, and we do not accept that, please. So I'm going to need you to get off the property.
So what they're using as an alibi, I played for 2 days. So what they're using as an alibi is that I'm recording in public places, which is a constitutional right that I have if I'm, have my own YouTube channel and reporting. But they're trying to rob me of that right. A red flag is that they're actually committing crimes. They have carts, people, just like in stores, coming at me from all different environments. They set up slip hazards, which jeopardizes multiple party safety, not just mine. I used to keep falling and I realized it was deliberate. So then on the 18th, I went to this hotel room. Police came again, and this time they don't want to have the hotel take the fall for the crime. So they just said that they were removing me for no reason. My phone is glitching and the back button went away. So what happened was I called Microsoft because I've been locked out of my emails. So each time I'm doing these video diaries, I get interruptions by the police department. But I'm locked out of 2 emails that I've had decades. So I wanted to get to the Express doing video diaries, just in the room by myself without being locked out of pages. And all you can see my device is glitching. I just did it a few minutes ago and it's not letting. I'm trying to call Microsoft about being locked out of emails. So I realized that someone has to be working now. Okay. Then I hit it too many times and then it went past it. So I came to realize, no, someone has to be working. The only thing that makes sense is someone is committing crimes with my devices, sabotaging my abilities and listening. Dallas police, every single time I'm recording something. Every single time. You're here because I called 911? I'm not quite sure what's going on with the hotel stay. Because they told me that I was getting put out for recording in public places and that violates my rights. What's your name? I'm sorry? What's your name? I don't trust police. I've had multiple different false arrests. I'm not safe with the police department. So what's your name? Why do you need me to open the door and I reported to you that I'm not safe with the police department? If you're here because I called and I would like to exercise my right to be safe from police that have not been safe for me.
Now listen to me. Officer DeLune, I talked to you yesterday. This is the manager here with La Quinta Inn, I'm sorry. La Quinta Inn, he's got something he has to tell you.
You need to leave and you're not welcome in this hotel.
Thank you.
Okay, I thought the con was that I couldn't,
just for no reason.
You were here because I called. Not that you had set up staff to do this repeatedly over and over with no accountability.
You can ask to leave. Now you have to. If you refuse, it's going to be an issue.
Well, it has been an issue.
It's going to be an issue like
you're right.
Barn Creek's
because you haven't been held
security.
accountable. Can I get myself together and get dressed?
All right, ma'am. You don't leave right now.
I can't. I'm not dressed. I'm not dressed. I don't have on clothes.
You're going to be leaving right now.
I don't have on clothes. Okay, can I put on clothes?
No reasoning.
Okay, how much time are you giving me? A minute to put on clothes? Okay, a minute.
Paid hotel room. Just
They're covering for the
not
crimes
a
going on with
damn
the
thing
emails, but that
done
is criminal.
over and
And they're
over
monitoring
and
everything. So
over
if you
again.
notice a pattern of me repeatedly getting interrupted, exposing crimes going on online, these cyber crimes, and they're routinely here to interrupt me exposing crimes. You said time's running out? Okay, but what do I do? Because I'm paying for these hotel stays. And
They
can't
lied
stay
and
at
said
them.
that
I'm
I'd be
being defrauded out of
reimbursed.
funds.
I didn't get
And
reimbursed.
time's running out, and I already paid for a hotel room for 2 days. Well, I need proof of that. But this keeps happening. It's going to keep
She
on
blatant
befalling me
lie.
until something's done about you guys. There's 2 hotels on the other side and 3 hotels on this side just in this area. That's 5 hotels. Motel 6, Fairfield Inn on the other side. This side, Hampton Inn Suites, Holiday Inn Express, La Quinta Inn. Yeah,
They're just so happy that they can
I just wanna
abuse
make sure I
power
have
like
everything.
that.
Okay, that's fine.
This is the greatest life. I have a badge and gun, you
What's your
don't,
badge
and
number?
we can just rack up felonies repeatedly over and over. That's the charge right there. That I never. Oh, there's another hotel that I hadn't been at. This hotel was scamming to deny me services, and I paid for the hotel room. I didn't know him.
The payment, I have a confirmation number for the payment that
He
I made.
knows already. Listen,
I did. I have a confirmation number. I have a confirmation number. Why won't you take the confirmation number? You treat all your customers like that?
I create the trouble customers like that.
But I have a confirmation.
You just got kicked out from La Quinta. You just got kicked out from Dennis. You just getting kicked out from here. What's the problem? Problem is
I don't know him.
businesses, or is the problem you? Can you please leave my business, please, ma'am?
I just don't want to be defrauded out of funds and violated.
Can you please leave?
police department's having people treat me
I
like
just don't want
this.
to be defrauded out of funds.
I paid
have a
and booked
confirmation
online
number.
and then came back, and then he's telling me I got kicked out of all these
I
hotel
have a
rooms.
confirmation
He
number.
should
Each time
know.
I'm doing something on my channel, you're interrupting me. You have a customer right there in front of you.
Yeah, I'm just giving him a room.
Right, I don't have that right.
You a room, that means you're the trouble one over here. You don't get it? Why
I have to be degraded. Let me take it.
I don't, but how
It's set
is
up
he
every
not
day. I have
getting
to take it. I
charges?
don't
You
have
got
rights.
kicked out of La Quinta Inn. I don't know
You
him.
can go
I
ahead
didn't
and
tell him
finish
that.
degrading me, sir. It's happened years.
And I paid for the room online, and but they didn't charge me.
I try to report it to the police. I try to say that I don't need to be degraded. I can't stop it.
So
But
I
so
waited
it's-
2 hours till it was check-in time, and then I got back there, and the police department scammed with him to
Okay, you
not
have
give me
my
the hotel
time.
room.
I can't stop the people degrading me. Go ahead and finish.
So I left there, went to Garland. I realized that the government was not going to let me be in a safe environment, so I just called and asked them where it was okay for me to find a safe environment or somewhere safe to go. They wouldn't tell me. I tried to go be in the hospital again. Dallas Behavior said they were full. They demanded that I take off my clothes and switch out, behave odd. And then after all this nonsense, they damaged my earrings, my jewelry, and then said that they were full and I could not be in the hospital. I rode on the train, and a police was guarding me on the train. I went to JPS and got violated and denied mental health treatment. Got on the bench, same nonsense. I know you didn't believe that they put me off benches.
abusive. I'm in a domestic violence crisis. I can't flee it.
They didn't know I was going to
I'm in a
record, so they
domestic
got a little
violence
frazzled.
crisis. My life is in jeopardy.
So they had to gather their bearings.
Each time I'm trying
They
to
just
speak with
want
a
to
social
violate.
worker, I get interrupted.
So they had to get their composure.
I can't flee for my life with while the police
Notice that
department
part, that
supervises.
woman had been there on the bench. Look at her looking. She had been there like 3 hours,
It's
3 or 4
Kiana.
hours. Immediately when I sat
K-E-Y-A-N-A.
down, they started hassling me.
Y-A-N-A?
Yes. Clark, am I being punished for reporting my abuse again?
Y-A-N-A. Clark?
Yes. Am I being punished for reporting my abuse?
No, ma'am. What's your date of birth? Yeah, dude, since your hospital business is concluded, it's time for you to leave property.
I don't have a place to go, period. Because every single place I go, I don't want to be forced to be out on the streets anymore. That's not safe. You said that you got my name and date of birth and then tampered with evidence is a felony, and you guys repeatedly do it.
Sure, quick. 27, 29, please.
So now he does a check on me. He has to scam to violate that. He knows that I was put out of JPS hospital for recording crimes hospital staff were committing. They're enlisted into psychological abuse, torment, mind games, and all kind of other things, and to deprive me of mental health treatment and scams. So he runs my information and pretends like now Plan B is that someone told him who I was.
26 times, according to this
But he
party
already
for
knew.
reporting crimes. But I still can't escape the abuse.
Keya.
But that other party's been sitting on that bench 4 hours and I haven't had any
But
issues.
police don't protect people anymore. Period.
Immediately
Since
when I
got in
sat
my
down,
crisis?
it was an issue.
Do you have your discharge papers here?
So then he wants to play mind
What
games
does
and
that have
have
to do
me
with
look for
anything?
my discharge papers.
They have to do with you being able to go see a caseworker.
No, that hasn't happened. That would be wonderful. You said that I was going to get help, and now you're trying to set me up and asking if you had to.
Did you come here by ambulance by chance?
No. Why do you ask?
Because that would have had.
Before? They already know about me?
No, another officer told me a story about you recording over there too. So I told you were recording here as well. Okay.
Well, I mean,
All right,
if I.
So, now, I'm not saying you, I'm not worried about you recording, okay? I don't.
So were you? Is this mind games? You just said that you were gonna. If I had my discharge papers, you had me look for my discharge
Can you ever
papers.
stop talking?
You just. I don't
Can I
understand why.
explain?
Okay.
This is what they pay
Okay.
people to do this in my
Now,
environment.
you are
So
a patient here.
enlist them to do it.
The reason I asked you how you got here would have an effect on how we got you back to wherever you came from. But since you didn't come by ambulance, the best we can offer you would be a bus pass, okay?
Why would you play mind games and make me think I was gonna speak with the advocate for abuse? You guys are listening in mind games. You told me to get the paperwork. You had me dig out the
See,
discharge
there's
papers,
teamwork.
and you played mind games.
See
like
how he's
another
looking
location.
around for-
And then, like I was gonna see.
They need to know if
advocate.
there's
Escorted
witnesses.
out one time from over there on that building over there.
I get escorted out everywhere. This is abuse.
No.
Just you guys misconduct and abuse of power, and you bully and violate me.
You don't stop talking.
You want me to go to jail? I don't have another place to go.
You want to go to jail?
Yeah, I don't have I'm not safe.
That's, you just want to just go to jail.
I don't have. I'm not safe. Everywhere I go, you do this, and you know consequences.
Ma'am, this is the first time I've ever met you. How did I?
Well, you had me pull out my paper, and you're playing mind games. I get violated everywhere.
Mind games, Miss
You
Clark.
had me take the paper out.
All I'm doing is enforcing hospital policy. Policy says that when your medical business is concluded, you can no longer remain.
Why did you have me get the paperwork and then play games and then?
Because I wanted to see how you got here. I asked you how you got here.
You said that I could speak with a caseworker. You had me.
You can still speak to a caseworker, but not tonight because there's nobody here. You can come back tomorrow and speak to a caseworker.
Well, why do you need the paperwork?
They're compromised. Don't I know you from somewhere else? No, I have definitely seen you before. I remember your face. I don't know where all you were involved in. I don't know if you were removing me from trying to.
I'm thinking about jail diversion. I think the way it goes.
Yeah, I'll go to jail diversion. I don't have another place to go.
So they're talking about jail diversion because I said that I recognize that
I
name.
was immediately removed.
You're refusing to leave, is that
I'm
correct?
not saying that I'm refusing to leave, but I don't. I want to go to jail diversion. I don't have another place to go because you guys keep doing
If I give you a
this.
criminal trespass warning and you refuse to leave, then you're subject to go to jail. You understand?
When you just said jail diversion,
I have the choice, not you.
I don't have choices. You're right. I don't have choices.
And
Period.
I get to make the decision.
Yeah, you
whether
do.
to go to jail or jail diversion.
Yes, I know.
So,
This would be the 27th time. The 27th time, and nothing's repeatedly done. That bullies have threatened me, and
They
taken
didn't
my
know it was
freedom
that
for
many
trying to
I'm
times.
remove me.
receiving a criminal trespass warning, okay?
From a hospital.
So I can't come back to the hospital to get mental treatment at a hospital? Can I leave? Because that's vital. You're endangering my safety if you're giving me a criminal trespass from a hospital. You're giving me a criminal trespass from a hospital in corruption?
Please that station. When give me the incident number.
They tried to give me one in Parkland. Yeah, until I started recording it.
I got one from a police department.
They gave me a criminal
I don't know how you
trespass
guys
at Tyler
let me
Police
live.
Department. They were so cool too.
Okay. All right, Ms. Clark, you've now received a criminal trespass warning. All that means is the fact that your hospital business was concluded. I ask you to leave, and you continue to sit here, okay? So, now you have a criminal trespass warning. If you choose to remain here after that trespass warning and I ask you to leave again, then you're subject to arrest. So, here's where we are right now. Are you going to leave?
I don't have rights, and I'm not safe with you guys taking me. I'm leaving. I'm picking my things up because I don't have rights. I'm not safe with you. I don't know if you're gonna murder me. You get away with everything else, and I mean, you bully this, violate, and and nothing's repeatedly done. I don't know how you let me live this far with a whole YouTube channel racking up felonies and nothing's repeatedly done. I have nowhere to go. Everywhere I go, I'm removed. Can't I put my papers up? I can't be with family, removed from families' homes, removed from benches, removed from tents, removed from shelters, removed from hotels, removed from stores, removed from hospitals, removed from police departments reporting crimes, removed from CPS.
Then I went to, it was late. So then I was able to catch the red line. It wasn't safe for me, but I had to try to sleep out, catch a couple hours.
So do the criminal trespass con? Okay.
So I had to try to sleep a couple hours outside because people are hired to threaten me. Police come. So it's just, and then your transit stops when I board. So it just wasn't really safe. And there was an issue right here. This person was hired right here to have a knife out and play with it. So I recorded it. I went to Attorney General because SMI One card kept cutting my card off on a whim, letting people rob me, then experienced this.
Building for trying to report stolen child support payments.
And the last time you were in here, you were here correctly. We had BP come up here and give a CT, which states that you're not allowed.
Yeah, but that violates my rights. If you're giving me CTs and criminal activity to keep me reporting, I'm not being heard. I don't think that y'all think that you're compromised. I don't know why you would take my card and give it to the police.
Okay, let's go.
So
I'm trying to have a conversation.
There was a law firm in this building. So the security that is still hassling me now, at this point, took the card from me and gave the card to the law firm, to the police, because they're controlling my legal representation up under the radar, knowing you never believe it. So they didn't want me having any kind of legal representation to flee abuse that they're listed in. So they enlist all parties that could possibly help me, even hiring attorneys to not help me. So that's what I'm speaking of when I said you gave my card to the police.
I think that you're committing crimes now.
Your right is to know why you can't be in this building, and I'm trying to explain it.
I don't understand why you would remove me trying to report stolen payments.
So that you can understand. Again, when you came in here, you had business with the child support office. The child support office is no longer located in the building, which means you don't have business with anybody.
I was currently speaking with an attorney.
Okay, I'll let you get your information.
She's a receptionist.
Okay, I don't know why I met with this.
So they demand that I leave this law firm.
Get your information. Now I'm asking you to leave. It's simple.
Right.
They came off in there and interrupted me speaking to an attorney to combat abuse that they're listed in.
Interrupt me taking care of my business.
It has mental ill. How does the government get to the point to where they send a security guard and whoever all these people are to interrupt me trying to speak to the law firm? So it started over. So I have to go back to those dates. So I went back and my device is making it difficult for me. That's the time, because it won't give me thumbnails to know what's happening. So I look at the thumbnails to see what's going on to make it easier to navigate with the timeline of events. Right here, the buses are playing games and putting the garage on them where I can't catch the bus, so I call the police. So then when I called the police, I was able to catch this bus. Okay? The Lakewood driver slammed his foot on the brakes and had me fall on a passenger. I don't want to go in it. I'll save it because it'll make me start over. It's not long enough. Let's see if it'll make me do it.
The bus driver deliberately made me fall on this man in-house.
I knew it wasn't safe, but I just had to get out of that. It just nothing was being done. This already happened with another bus driver.
What are you waiting on someone to come up dead before something's done? Does someone have to get killed before they do something about this?
Did I say give you a free ride?
I have a bus pass. You didn't give me a free ride. And if I have to be in danger riding your bus, what difference does it make? I'm paying my bus stop is passed because you made it endangered my life.
So then I tried to use Lyft and kept getting defrauded out of funds with Lyft, tried to report the cyber crimes to the police. They covered for it. So I fled to Austin. 1 a.m., the police said that they were going to putting me out the hotel at Austin on blatant lies.
Why is Austin police beating on the door this late at night?
Same crap I experienced in Dallas.
No, I can't leave. It's too late. That puts my life in jeopardy. Why would I be asked to leave a hotel? They don't have a right to dictate if I'm not here anymore and I paid hotel for a hotel room. You're mistaken. They don't have that right. They don't have a right to refuse service. That puts my life in jeopardy when hotels repeatedly do this in corruption.
Just knock on the door.
I have no other place to go. My life is in danger.
So
and if
I fled
hotels
to
deny me
Austin to
hotel
get nowhere.
stays in malice, that puts my safety at risk. I'm sorry? What do you mean?
Who's your life in danger by?
I get gang stalked. I have all these kind of things going on. If the police department's enforcing that I don't have shelter, that puts my safety at risk.
Well, we can get you with victim services that can help you with that.
It never
you a
happened.
safe place to stay. The hotel doesn't want you being here anymore.
Well, that defrauds me out of funds. I've already paid for a hotel stay here.
So they came the next day with scams to put me out.
I know I've already been defrauded out of funds by this happening at another hotel. Can you give me documentation? This puts my safety at risk. It is now 1:05, and you guys repeatedly keep getting away with this crap. Year after year, felony after felony from the police department. No accountability. Keyana, Keyana.
So I was threatened. People were blocking my path. And police covered for it. Cars were coming at me. I reported all of this to the police and they covered for it and eventually took my freedom. I was in jail with this lady right here being peculiar and weird. I said that I'm in jail with gang stalkers. I know you didn't believe it. It's been happening at multiple different false arrests and even at hospital stays. They want plants in the environment to enforce the psychological abuse. This is evidence that I was indeed charged for the La Quinta Inn. I got defrauded out of the funds. I never got it back. Then my son's calling me, starting arguments. I'm threatened by multiple different people. I was in jail with this lady too.
That's who I'm now.
They pretend like they're mentally ill.
You know why I'm here, ho.
Did she scare me out of my sleep, threatening, saying, "I'll kill you, B-word." Multiple different times. And this is how my my jail hospital.
But you looked at them and they made that movement and then you stopped cursing out whoever was not there that you were cursing out, but you were trying to fight someone. But you immediately stopped.
I think you're talking to somebody else.
No.
I'm going above your head.
You're going above my head?
Yeah,
when you were threatening to fight me?
My mom's deceased, and these people know it.
Crack that.
I don't know why people start arguments. You were threatening to fight someone. And you came over here in this big environment and said by me.
Won't you go tell?
I'm sorry?
Won't you go tell?
I have tried. They cover for it. So they let people trap me in, pull knives on me, all kind of other things, and then assault me and then punish me for reporting it. In multiple different environments, nothing's been done. I think people are fully aware I can't report my abuse. That's why they conspire with it. But then, if someone were to abide by the law, this would be a lot of federal charges and criminal activity and felonies.
Well, you're telling yourself that, though.
You just chose to come over here and threaten someone that's not there. You just came over here out of all them places.
Because this is a public place.
I'm just curious on who you're angry with.
So you need to stay in your place.
You guys were angry with someone. I'm just trying to help you out, and so you wouldn't be angry with someone that's not there.
You need to help yourself out.
I can.
Okay, well, that's what you need to do. And mind your business.
I just was trying. You got next to me and got angry. That affects me.
You got scared. You need to mind your business.
I can't.
Well, then if you can't, then
These are gang
okay.
stalkers.
Maybe I just have to. But each place I go, I have to repeatedly leave because someone's paying people to behave like this. Each location I'm never safe because I'm hunted like an animal for conflict. I've never seen a person that's hunted and can't report being abused at its shelters. Why are you looking at my phone? I don't know you.
She one of them.
She called me the B-word.
I catch that. 5-5, bro.
But I just say it's nowhere I can go. I have to get violated. You have to, like at the restaurant. You got to. You have to.
Your phone antagonize it.
You have to get violated. You have to have people trap you in on elevators, on trains, buses. You have to. You have to have 26 false arrests. You have to have it. You have to. You can't see your kids. You have to take it. You have to.
Hey, mine. I bet you're going to get yours, Hope.
You have to take being stalked.
So when I was
felony
arrested
charge.
for reporting a death threat,
armies full of
this was
people.
one of the people that were screaming.
I can't get them. I don't know why you're in the man. I don't know why you're angry like that, man. That's a threat.
Don't you ever threaten us, ho.
Don't you threaten
I don't
us.
know why
You gonna know why. That's why you here,
That's
ho.
how the government communicates
Go
to
your
not
room,
get charges.
Get that film, pal. And send that to my cousin, bitch. Shake your mustache, bitch.
Okay, so then that was the 10th, and then we had this right here on the
calling
15th.
someone fat and drunk. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to, Collins? Huh? There's nobody else here.
I wasn't talking to you with my body pointing towards you.
I just was wondering who you were talking to, saying fat, drunk, B-I-T-C-H.
It wasn't you though.
There's nobody else
I
here.
told you they were starting arguments here too.
There's
I'm pretty
nobody
sure
else
you didn't
here.
believe it.
Because you're not important to me, please. Stop that. You're not
I just don't think, I think it's important.
You better stop before I knock that phone out your hand and stop recording me. You're not gonna stop?
Are you threatening me right now? I'm calling 911.
You're not gonna
Get
stop?
out of my face. Get out of my face with this. I'm calling 911. No one has the right to repeatedly pay people for this insanity. You and the abusers, whoever set it up, need accountability. I have been assaulted. They cover for
Police
that.
don't take
I
the
have had a
reports of
gun
me
on me,
being
pulled on me.
repeatedly
They cover
treated
for
like
that. And had it pulled up to my head, and he pulled the trigger. Thank God it didn't have bullets, and they cover for that. They also almost cover for me almost getting killed when the bus almost ran over me. They cover for the hit and run of my child. They cover for that too.
So this store closed down mysteriously with no explanation. I wanted to go in there and make a
And the crimes
purchase,
to keep me
and
away
it
from children
closed.
presently. So you have moved to say, I don't have
When I
rights.
started to record it, then they opened back up.
You came over here for me.
Don't start shit with me,
I'm
ho.
calling the police and see how they cover for
Fuck
this.
you, bitch. You're not fine. They not gonna help you.
They not, but somebody needs to give them accountability.
Shut up. I ain't hit you, bitch. Shut up. You'll get a nigga fucked up in the game, bitch. They have to kill you. That's why nobody don't want it.
I don't know why you came over here and standing still about me and threatening me.
You was recording me, ho.
Because you're threatening me.
Man, shut the fuck up, bitch. I ain't threatening you, ho. Put your matted up here. So nobody want to touch your nasty ass hair, bitch.
Okay, so I had problems getting someone to do my hair. I don't know him. How would he know that? Just like the other lady said that started an argument at PNS, just like your dead mammy, and then cursed me out. This is sadistic behavior, and if I had choices, I wouldn't surround myself with people like this. But the government is enforcing that I surround myself with people like this. I'm supposed to have choices. If you want to live your life like this and be sadistic and evil, people have their choices. You know, I would like to surround myself with people that don't want to treat human beings like this. But I don't have those choices, and I'm just trying to prove it. Right here, I reported that I was being violated at the shelter. I put my phone on the charger, and someone went up by my devices, and I had to cut them off and let them dry out because they weren't working. Luckily, they started working again. Someone scratched up my cases that I had just got. I cleaned up my phone, and they were in pristine condition, and someone witnessed me. I was openly stalked by 3 or 4 people at one time on camera footage. They wanted to monitor everything that I did. They stole bath gel and clothes and other petty items. While they banned me from Corridor Shelter in Malice, they said that they knew about my YouTube channel and wasn't supposed to. I was recording people coming at me from multiple different directions, and they banned me from having access to it. Leaving corridors, cars crossing the street, multiple different
That car
cars
came at me.
would come
I
at
still
me.
have minutes on the crosswalk. It came at me anyway.
I wasn't
Leaving
prepared
corridors.
crossing the street to record.
She still does not have on clothes. That car came at me. I still have minutes on the crosswalk. It came at me.
So I reported to minimize the government's criminal activity that Caritas banned me in corruption to keep me from having access to food, and it's been happening years, and I fled Austin to experience the same thing. I got the call from Brittany Moore. I tried to go to CPS and get information to incriminate CPS workers. I finally got this information. They locked me out of my page, so the CPS information is on Kiana Clark Piece 2. And case info was denied. They had set up a charge for me since I had fled to Austin. They set up a charge for me in Fort Worth. Okay. And then they scammed that the charge since I uploaded was dismissed. They gave me a criminal trespass that I didn't know about, and they were trying to make that a false arrest, a case that when it shouldn't be. And they did that in my new environment. So this is what something that happened with CPS. There's a car truck that's about to come at me on the way to the police department. This police wouldn't take a report. Then Collins came and played games and then wouldn't take a report. There's Officer Collins. I went to CPS. They said that they were a special location and couldn't take a report of the corruption and did not have my documentation. I was at the wrong CPS location. My phone does things in malice. I don't know what was happening. But some kind of way, they said they only take phone calls at this CPS location. But I get pathological lies by government officials. I'm just trying to prove it, so I don't know what was happening. So this bus driver right here drove into a vehicle right here. I really didn't want to play it because I have to go through all this again, but I'll go ahead and play it.
And are they going to jail? This bus driver just pulled off in front of another car to scare me, directly in front of me, and have not received any charges.
I know you didn't believe that I said that these bus drivers drive reckless. They're the government enlisted and they jeopardize everyone's safety, including yours, because you don't know if you'll be by one of these buses that I'm on. I think that why would the government strategize and risk others' safety to be petty and play these mind games? They don't care. Some of these gang stalker friends that I ride with too, drive reckless. And let people drive reckless around them.